Hi guys, my name is Keisha Little and I'm on Charlie's Becoming the Best You journey. And my goals are to receive my master's and high honors and working in my dream career. Enjoy the video!
Hey guys, CharyJay here, and today is Pitch Perfect. And I know this video is supposed to be posted on Sunday, but I explained last week that my schedule was kind of off because I was still working on my project. So that means I'm putting this video up today. Hopefully that's okay. So if you didn't watch my life update / why I'm cutting all of my hair off video, then you probably missed that I'm doing something called the Becoming the Best You journey. And I will link that video down below so you can check it out and see what all that entails. But one of those things are going after my own opportunities, or creating my own opportunities rather. And I wanted to do something called Pitch Perfect, where I talk to you guys about how to pitch yourself to brands and just basically how to make your own opportunities here on YouTube or in the blogosphere, because you know it seems like it's kind of easy when you see everybody else, you know, doing all these amazing events and, you know, going here and brands are sending them off to there and doing all these amazing things. But when you get the opportunities like myself and the emails and you don't really have to like go after them yourself, you know, it may seem like, how do I do this? So since I'm going to be doing that, I might as well show you guys, because I know a lot of you guys are trying to figure out how to start that conversation with the brand if you are trying to collaborate with that brand. So before we get into that and actually pitching yourself to brands, you want to make sure that you have a media kit. And that's what I want to talk about today. So if you don't know what a media kit is, basically a document or a package that you present to brands when you approach them to do a collaboration, or if they approach you to do a collaboration. Now, depending on who you are and what you do, the media kit can vary. It can be 1 or 2 pages, or it could be like 8 or 9 pages. But basically in your media kit, you want to have a short like bio about you, what you do either on YouTube or on your blog or both, and what your services are. So what you can do for that brand, whether it be a video all about that brand, whether it be a post all about the brand, or if you just want to mention them, they call them mentions, if you just want to mention them in another video where you're mentioning other brands or other things. So when it comes to creating a media kit, how do you do it? Do you pay somebody to do it, or do you do it yourself? I actually did mine myself, but you can pay a graphic designer to create your media kit for you if you want it to look professional and polished. When I first started YouTube, 4 or 5 years ago, I didn't even have a media kit. I only knew about a media kit when I started working with a brand and they sent me their media kit, and I was like, oh, I should have one of these. So I made my own media kit in Keynote. It's a program or application that you can get on a Mac, and I think they actually come on the new Macs. I think you already get Pages, Keynote, Numbers. I think you already have those programs already on your Mac. But if you have an older Mac, you can buy Keynote, and I think it's only like $20 maybe. It's not that expensive. But yeah, I made my own media kit in Keynote, and I made it as a presentation. You can make it into a PDF, and that's what I did. I just basically made my presentation into a PDF, and it became my media kit. Now, what do you want your media kit to look like is very important, because if you're going to be presenting this to brands, it's going to need to look professional. You don't want to just save a couple bucks and do your own media kit and it's looking like a mess. Like, that's not the point at all. So when it comes to media kits, seeing is believing. So let's say you're approaching a brand and you're asking them to host an event that they're doing at the nearby mall or something. Obviously, you're going to need pictures of you hosting at other events in your media kit. I mean, that would be a good idea. I don't want to say obviously, but it would be a good idea to show yourself hosting other events. Maybe you with a microphone in your hand, or maybe you in front of a large crowd. That way the brand that you're approaching can know that you have done work like this before, and that they probably can trust you to do their event that they're gonna have at the nearby mall. So if you are already an established YouTuber, or you have an established blog, you've been around for a while, you probably do have a lot of photos that you can just stick into your media kit. And that way people know that you've done this for a while, you've been around the block, you know your way around, you work with other brands, all that good stuff. So if you're a new YouTuber or you have a new blog, you want to make sure that you get those photos at the events that you've gone to. I was talking to a new YouTuber who just started her blog earlier this year, and she had been to like a lot of different events, but she had no pictures. And she's like, yeah, you know, I'm always getting my photograph taken when I'm at these events, but I never get the pictures. Hello, people are not going to reach out to everybody who got a picture taken and send it to their email. That's just impossible when you have an event. What you have to do is make sure you contact the event organizer if you know them, because sometimes it's kind of difficult to see who put events together. But if you know who it is, or if you don't know, just ask somebody or go to the Instagram page where you found out about the event and contact the event organizer, because more than likely they have the pictures. And sometimes they put all the pictures on one website. Like some people do that. They have all these pictures, they just have it on one website, and they say, here, you know, if you want the picture, you can download it free from the website, whatever. And some people actually post all their pictures on their blog. So make sure you get those pictures, because it shows, it's like evidence. Like, hey, I go to events, I can like cover events for you. Whatever you want me to do for you, I can do it. Here's the proof. I'm the bomb. Like, that's basically what you're going to do when you have those pictures in your media kit. You're basically proving to this brand that you do this work and that you can do it for them as well. So when it comes to how many pages is in your media kit, it basically all depends on what you do and what you're offering. For me personally, I have a rather, I don't want to say large, but I have a number of pages in my media kit because I do a lot of different things. I can do videos, I can do demos at hair functions, I can basically host events for you because I've done that as well, and I do blog posts, I do, did I say videos already? I do a lot of different things, so my media kit covers all of that. Another thing you also want to do is make sure you include the brands that you worked with in the past. So that way when a brand approaches you or you're approaching a brand, they can see the brands that you worked with and see if they're reputable or they know about them. So if they are basically in the same realm of a different company and they see that you work with them already, they might be like, oh, okay, I might want to mess with her a little bit. Or maybe they're a smaller brand, they see that you work with a bigger brand, and then they think, oh my God, they work with that brand. This girl might be somebody that we want to deal with. So it's just basically selling yourself in a media kit. You want to make sure you put your best foot forward when you're contacting a brand or when they're contacting you. Another thing that's great about a media kit is that you're basically offering all of your services to this client, and they might pick you up for different services. It happens to me all the time. A brand will approach me to do one thing and they see that I've done all these other things, and they say, hey, we actually have an event coming up. Would you mind, you know, being our brand representative at this event? I see you've done it for different brands and it looks like you do a good job. Boom, there you go. So you want to make sure that you include all your services in your media kit, because you might be getting another job just by having it in there. So I think that covers it all. I'm not going to share my media kit with you guys because, I mean, I'm not doing that. But I will post a couple blogs that I do know where people have their media kit. And that's just one thing I want to touch on before I end this video. You don't have to, but some people do put their media kits on their blogs. So they'll say like, hey, if you're a brand and you're thinking about hiring me for something, my media kit is right here. Here's a link to it. I've never done that just because I feel like that's just a little bit too much. I don't want to put all my information out there because I do have some private information that I don't want to share with the world. But some people's media kit is very vague. It all depends on what you want your media kit to look like. But if a brand wants to approach me, I just say email me for my media kit or email me for further information, and we can discuss those things. So I will link those websites down below where I actually know somebody has their media kit posted, so you can take a look at theirs and maybe get some ideas for yours if you have no idea where to start. So that's it for this video, guys. I definitely will recommend anybody, if you're starting a YouTube channel or you have a YouTube channel for a long time, make sure you get a media kit, because it's going to show these people that you mean business when they contact you or when you contact them. So many people contact me and they say, hey, you know, how much do you charge for a video or something like that? And I send them my media kit and they say, wow, you are very professional. You know, they think that not all, but some people think that bloggers are just people who are just doing this for fun and they have no idea how business is conducted, and they're just like taken aback. So when they see that media kit and they see how professional it looks, they want to take you a little bit more seriously because they know that you mean business. So again, that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I will have another pitch perfect on you or to you on the correct day, which is Sunday. So make sure you stay tuned for that, where we'll kind of dig deeper into pitching yourself to brands and what that all entails. All right, guys, I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.